Happy NFL Draft Day to all of you out there who celebrate the hibernation is over. The NFL Draft is here. Even though Denver does not get to participate in the first day of the draft, it's always fun watching. I don't care if the team does not have a pick in it or not. I will be watching regardless of that, and I suspect a lot of you guys will be too. Now, first things first, we have a lot of NFL draft rumors to hit on in today's show. We're going to recap the latest buzz out there revolving around your Denver Broncos. So the buzz right now has gone back to Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton, which it has stayed away from really since Sean Payton sort of shut down the idea of Denver trading away one of their wide receivers. So at this moment in time, it does not appear likely that a trade is going to happen, but we know the NFL draft is good for a lot of unpredictability, right? That even a word? We made it one right now. It's unpredictable. So with that being said, ESPN put out an article with the latest buzz that they are hearing, and here's what they said regarding the Denver Broncos wide receivers. Teams have known for a while the Broncos would consider moving one of their wide receivers, but they've asked for high prices in return for Jerry Jeudy or Courtland Sutton. Teams are watching to see whether Denver drops its demands for those guys, but as of now, neither seems likely to get moved. So some stats to show you guys regarding Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. We know who these players are, right? We're not here to give anyone new information on Jeudy or Sutton as a wide receiver and what their status is with the team or moving forward. The buzz for Jerry Jeudy a few months ago was that, or weeks maybe, was that Denver wanted a first-round pick for Jerry Jeudy. The Broncos reportedly were not budging on that. It was first or conversations, and there was some buzz about maybe a second and a player, although that was more for Courtland Sutton. So Jeudy, it was first or nothing. Now, I could see a Jeudy trade happening tonight if we see a run on wide receivers, right? Jackson Smith and Jigba goes 12 to Houston. Zay Flowers goes not long after to, Green Bay or something. And then you've got Jordan Addison going 20 or 21. Well, maybe not 20 that, but you get the point. And maybe a team like the New York Giants, right, call Denver and say, we were banking on Jordan Addison or Zay Flowers. Those two guys are gone. Can we talk about Jerry Jeudy? Or maybe it's producer Roley's New England Patriots, right? New England right now is at pick 14. Let's say their plan is Zay Flowers, and Zay Flowers. Well, what if Zay Flowers goes before them? Well, then maybe New England trades back. And now they're at like 22-ish. And they go, we didn't want to trade the 14th pick for Jerry Jeudy, but maybe the 22nd, 23rd pick could go for Jerry Jeudy. And then we got Jeudy and a second after making that trade back in the first round. And they feel like they are coming out as winners, and Denver gets a first-round pick for Jeudy all along. So that's really the only way I see Jeudy getting dealt. I just do not see a team in the top 20 straight up trading Jerry Jeudy for their first-round pick. That would shock me. Now, with that being said, the NFL draft coverage is all over the place, but the best content is here at Chat Sports. So come hang out with yours truly over on our main channel for days 1, 2, and 3 of the NFL draft. We get started tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. So tune in for our wall-to-wall coverage, every single pick, breakdown and analysis, all that good stuff, and some good old fun happening over at our Chat Sports main channel. So a trade idea that I came up with, if you're curious what a hypothetical trade could be, what if it's the Giants who want to get, like, let's say they got 3 guys on their big board, and those 3 guys are gone before them. You know, Zay Flowers gets picked or Jordan Addison gets picked at 24, and they go, all right, plan B is Jerry Jeudy now. Let's give Denver a call. We didn't want to trade that pick away before because we wanted to see if a guy we liked more would be there at 25. But if he's picked beforehand, maybe that's when the Giants agree to trade their first-round pick for Jeudy. Would you do this trade? Give me like an accept or decline in the comment section below. I go back and forth on it, right? It's a first-round pick. That's always tempting. It's hard to say no to first-round picks regardless of the player unless it's Patrick Mahomes or something. For the 25th pick in the draft, I think I'm actually going to pass, and I'm going to bank on Jerry Jeudy building off of the end of the season he had in 2022. If it's pick 14 from New England, that changes the conversation. But pick 25, those late first-round picks don't actually hit maybe as often as we think they do. So for 25, I'd rather stick with Jeudy, pick up his 5th year, and see if he can be that true wide receiver 1. The other receiver that has garnished a lot of trade buzz is, of course, the former 2nd-round pick, Courtland Sutton. So Denver reportedly wanted either a 2nd or a 3rd and a player for Sutton, according to, I think it was Benjamin Albright and some other reporters out there. That was sort of the rumored/leaked asking price for Courtland Sutton. Now, Sutton got a big contract extension back in 2021, and he unfortunately has just not lived up to the billing since then. Just 2 touchdowns in 22 games. You can point fingers a lot of different ways. You can start with Fangio. You can go to Teddy. You can go to Drew Lock. You can go to Russell Wilson, the offensive line. The bottom line is he's getting paid $15 million a season to score more than twice in 22 games. So what could a Courtland Sutton trade look like? I'm not even sure if you could get a 2nd for him with his contract unless you eat a lot of that money. But maybe it's the Lions, right? Jameson Williams just got suspended 6 games. They just released another wide receiver because of his involvement in that gambling suspension. So now Detroit's looking around the NFC North going, there's no Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre for the first time since the 90s. Chicago was the worst team in football last year. And Minnesota looks like they are due for regression. This is our time to strike, right? This is our time to win the division for the first time ever, I think. So maybe Detroit deals, overpays for Courtland Sutton a little bit and sends a 2nd round over, and Denver decides, you know what? There are some good 2nd round receivers. Let's go get Jalen Hyatt, reset, get a cheap wide receiver, and move on from Courtland Sutton's contract. Sadly, I would do this trade. I like Sutton. He's a leader for this team. He is a team captain. He's had a lot of great moments for Denver, but ultimately the contract right now is not looking great. Maybe it changes with Sean Payton, but Denver is sizing up to be a run-heavy first team. So they might think that they can be very effective with just Jerry Jeudy and Tim Patrick and maybe another rookie receiver, maybe pick 50 or whatever from Detroit, rather than having 3 really good receivers when you want to run the football a ton because Russell Wilson regressed last year. So I would make that trade if that came across my desk and I was George/Sean Payton, whoever's actually calling the shots right now in Dove Valley. So be honest with me. Will the Broncos trade a wide receiver? Do you think this is actually going to get done? I used to think yes, and then I went no, and then I thought yes for sure, and now I'm back to no. But we did see 2 wide receivers get traded in the 1st round last year, A.J. Brown and Marquise Brown. I think DeAndre Hopkins is going to get moved this weekend. That feels like almost a guarantee. So maybe Courtland Sutton with a bad wide receiver draft class could look pretty to some teams in round 2 that were banking on Josh Downs or Tank Dell or Jalen Hyatt. And if they're picked before them, maybe they give Denver a call and overpay, if you will, for Courtland Sutton and give up a 2nd round pick. That's going to do it for us on today's show. For now, I will see everyone later. There's going to be a lot of content coming out from this channel. So turn on your notifications if you have not already, because when we get out videos for each pick that Denver makes, you will not want to miss them.